Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, good evening. My name is Elias Munsha. I am very happy that you could join me here today. And so I look forward to our discussion today. Okay, so our discussion today is a little straightforward. We've just received news that the Lusaka Magistrate Court, Magistrate Lamek Mwale has acquitted Health Minister Dr. Chilufya of the charges that he was facing. So Dr. Chilufya is acquitted. That's the big deal. Acquittal. Okay. Now there are several implications, and the reason why we must discuss it is because of what it means for the fight against corruption. Now, if you want to join me in the discussion, I'm going to share with you the link. There it is. So what you can do is just to click there, and then we can talk about this. Now, many people are looking at this acquittal and thinking they expected it. Okay, so this does not come as a surprise. And the reason why it does not come as a surprise is because of the conduct of the president himself, right? Because the president made it very clear that he rubbished the work of the Anti-Corruption Commission right from the start. He doesn't love them, he doesn't like them, he doesn't believe that they are doing a genuine job. And so because of that, he rubbishes them, okay? Which is pretty terrible. And so this acquittal is not surprising, all right? It's not surprising. So some have asked me to say, should the anti-corruption be independent of the president? Okay, very, very important question. Should the Anti-Corruption Commission be independent of the president? Now, the Zambian system of governance, okay, which has been inherited mostly from Britain and most of the common law systems, an agency, a government agency such as the Anti-Corruption Commission, particularly that it's a security and investigative wing, it is not independent from the president. Now, that's very important to know, okay? So it is not independent from the president, just like the army is not independent from the president and the police are not independent from the president. What it means is that you as the president, if you are president and you are commander-in-chief of the armed forces, you are supposed to be there to encourage, okay, effective work of the agencies under your command. That is all. That is what it means. So instead of contradicting the Anti-Corruption Commission, the president must be encouraging the Anti-Corruption Commission for the Anti-Corruption Commission to do a good job and prosecute corruption. Now, if you as a president, you come up and say, no, I'm letting the Anti-Corruption Commission be independent. When you say that you have nothing to do with the Anti-Corruption Commission, you are setting them up for failure. Because if you are not backing the Anti-Corruption Commission, then you are sending a message, okay? So you are sending a message to everyone else that you do not support the Anti-Corruption Commission. So who should be the biggest supporter of the Anti-Corruption Commission? It should be the president, because the president is the commander-in-chief of all security wings, is the commander-in-chief of all the investigative agencies, and because he is the commander-in-chief, he is supposed to be encouraging and not undermining the works of the security agencies that are under his government. All right. So this idea of saying that, no, the anti-corruption is independent. No, a president who says that the Anti-Corruption Commission is independent and therefore he cannot encourage them to do a good job is corrupt. He wants to hide himself. He wants to hide behind all this. That is what he's trying to do. So he tries to hide, and in trying to hide his corruption, he then begins undermining the work of the Anti-Corruption Commission. So can the Anti-Corruption Commission continue working without support from the president? I think it will be very difficult. Therefore, we are going to see most of these acquittals continuing. The Anti-Corruption Commission begins investigating a person who they believe is corrupt, and then suddenly they can't go on because all the levers of the state are opposing them. There is no cooperation. And so the Anti-Corruption Commission becomes undermined. That is the deal that is happening here. It is the president who should have made it very clear that he stands by the work of his commission, that is going to support them, that is going to support, he's going to give them a budget, that is going to give them the personnel, that is going to give them a good building, that is going to give them allowances, that is going to do a good job for them. There is just no other way out. Okay? But what does President Lungu say? He says he rubbishes them. He thinks that the Anti-Corruption Commission are out to get him. Well, the Anti-Corruption Commission can only be out to get him if the president is corrupt. And from all the indications, it appears like, by the way he stands and vouches for corrupt people, it appears like that is exactly what is happening here. Because how else can you explain this kind of recklessness from Basi, from the president's conduct? Okay, so this acquittal is not surprising. We expected it, and there is, magistrates are not going to convict where prosecutors do a sloppy job, and SEC is not going to do a good job if the president keeps undermining its work. The problem, therefore, is not the SEC. The problem is not with the Anti-Corruption Commission. The problem is at State House. It is with the president. It is not the SEC that is corrupt. It is the president who is corrupt. It is the president who is not doing his job. Instead of prioritizing the fight against corruption, this gentleman is undermining the fight against corruption. And why is he undermining it? Simple. That is the only explanation we can have here. Okay? So the Anti-Corruption Commission, it was a very difficult thing to do. They couldn't prosecute Chitaru Chirufya. No, not when the president has already taken sides. Number, wekateka tetulanda tiyo, I don't want to take sides. No, wekateka, you've already taken sides. When you are a commander-in-chief, you've already taken sides because you are a commander-in-chief of your security agencies. You've already been given a side. The law already gives you a side. Chimo. If the president is refusing to have to provide encouragement and leadership over the SEC, being a security agency, Chimo, the president who is commander-in-chief of the armed forces, Abena Malawi, because Malawans are the only ones with that potential. They want to cut out, they want to grab Chipata from Zambia. Instead of President Lungu encouraging the soldiers and giving them a command to go and fight the Malawans, then Lungu bachitashani vaibweramo bafirwa okupera command wino kuma soldier okuyachita fight to get Chipata back. Abena Malawi bayingira basenda Chipata basunako na Luangwa River bebere chalo chabo. President, no, the army is an independent agency, and so I can't intervene to try and send it to go and grab Chipata back. How can that be? Because when you accept to be commander-in-chief, you accept to provide the logistical support and the moral support, because that is important. Moral support. Yeah, SEC, kateka legislation support. Not wekateka, no watampa kokula wachitanda mine. Because the thing is, pariko prima facie evidence, at face value, pariko to evidence utwakwebati abama ministers nibaka bwalala. Wango. Nibaka bwalala. Because it's we call it face value evidence. ngela kutira chitaro chirufyari ni doctor kumansa ayin katuishinga wa kumansa chumfika kona kali mumuve mbankongo airefe kwesu ekwaya aba doctor okay iyo aba doctor kumansa elo number within years wa tampo kukula ama walls of Jericho in Lusaka buying land left right left hand and center balanda shani fiti you buy all land, you're buying land cash. That is evidence, face value evidence. Where are you getting the money from? If you were a doctor who was working for the government in Mansa, this idea about laissez-faire, about asking these questions, no. How do you suddenly have money to pay $2 million at stage cool or $2 million at Shafmaku is at nimu business? When a business vala ive pesha, you know, vala ive pesha sana, but no, they are doing business and it's the business that is giving them all this money. Every genuine businessman in Zambia knows very well, but it's very few businesses that are making $2 million disposable income. So number baesi singa bakukonkela iwe weka teka kuba support ataleni bane bakonkeleni. That is how you fight corruption. That is how you restore the confidence of a country. That is how you redirect the resources that a country have to help the poor. Number abama ministers barekula. They are moving with money. They are swimming in money. Bale fokotola pofie. Mwamu noko fokotola po. Kuya fikwana kali muni mukasaka kandala ba ingisha mufio okuboko ba fokotola. SEC begins questioning them, and the president begins questioning SEC. It's terrible. It's an embarrassment. The reason why we speak about this, it's because we know that our country can do better, can do so much better. We have the resources. We have the money. Uwafia. Okay. Now that is one thing. Ubungo is one thing. But now undermining the institutions that are supposed to catch the thieves is in fact terrible, is 100 times more terrible. Okay? Because whenever it's too much to get rid of completely. No, but we need strong institutions. And the presidency is an office that provides that stability to a nation. If you balance the president is the head of state, kupela idea stability to the nation, to the institutions of state, so that they can do their job properly. Bantu kwenete itulande tuikarefia tiyom kwa impie shishire ponafye from somewhere. Nombobo wafya wakobate, President Lungu himself models this kind of reckless behavior, of unexplained wealth, unexplained cash. Suddenly, a person who was poor yesterday overnight becomes a billionaire, becomes a millionaire. Where has the money come from? And from business. And from business, from business. At it's corruption. This presidential empowerment fund, a private citizen, the chair of the presidential fund, kuchalo chonso mkuya mkufolesha abantu mukuposa posa olupie. Where is that money coming from? Munjebeko, where is the president getting the money that is funding the so-called presidential initiative empowerment fund? Where is that money coming from? Okay, it's coming from the president and from the business. Okay. Secondly, You could think that the money is coming from where? From what they are calling cooperating partners. Cooperating partners. These are people that are funding that money, right? Common sense tells you that there is nothing for free. Takwavafya omuntu ngakuletera 1 million wekateka omuntu asakuletera 1 million ku State House nakupera kofye. There is nothing like that. Takwava if you are lutu pachalo. Even under the law, equity presumes a gift. Sorry. When somebody gives you a gift, equity presumes that they are trying to buy a bargain out of you. This is a very important legal principle. Omuntu ngakupera ko lupia. Equity does not presume that it's a gift. No. It presumes that kulif mwefu arefuayo kushita kuli iwe. So ngarakutira niweka teka. Elo nomba ubwacho oluchelo. Omuntu wasa kuletera a trunk full of money. Ofuire waishoboka bati urulupia tevu tabare kupera fiat pantu bari kutemwa ngani wanani nishibenga kuletera olupia echo bare kuletera olupia barefuayo okukushita corruption ero nga bakuletera kali akasaka oluchero wayafuaya somebody to take it now kuye muku distribute around the country. That is how corruption starts. So we can't say that no, Shishonse Shimpia, it's just from people that are supporting the party or supporting the president. No, it's corruption, it's theft, it's mismanagement of national resources. So the president has businesses, that's where he's getting that money. The president has cooperating partners who are his fellow thieves. That's what it is. Where are those cooperating partners? What are they trying to buy? That is the most important thing. What are they trying to buy when they take all this money to him to distribute as presidential empowerment? What are they trying to buy? And now his ministers as well. No, but when you ask common sense questions, simple common sense questions, at yom kwai temwa bombeshe efe ba lusambo baleba panji kaunda lusambo wa size hand ukweba ba panji kaunda ukweba timwe kaunda tabombeshe temwa bombeshe muli kaunda efyo ba honorable lusambo baleba panji kaunda. Does that make sense? Nikuyisoko lusambo ala fumia. I'm not talking about a comfortable life. Okay? Zambian doctors, Zambian lawyers, Zambian professionals, engineers, they can have a very comfortable life. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about building a house. No. I'm talking about this unexplained wealth. That's what I'm talking about. Iyo yakobati bachita luchirufia. Iyo yakobati ba President Lungu. Naba nabo natukampenga tonse. Flashing with money. It is a stolen finances. It is stolen money acquired through corruption. Okay? So is SEC a problem? No. This problem has nothing to do with SEC. It has everything to do with the Commander-in-Chief. Pantu kwena nangu mwabika mubakala pashi muri ba SEC abakali bakanye. Now there is a new term from Chimwema tabanyoli. Imagine. Mwabika munangu abanyoli. Powerful investigators in the SEC. They can't do their work if the president is not morally supporting the Anti-Corruption Commission. That is just what it is. Okay? So what is the problem with corruption in Zambia? It's President Lungu. That's it. Pantu kwena nangu mwanawasa aliko filia cabbage. Nangu mwanawasa alifilia, at least there was some level of hatred for corruption. culture, we don't do corruption here. It's very important to have that culture. That is the culture that is lacking under this present government. That's why anything goes. Anybody can steal. Contracts, substandard. Yesterday, I was talking about Lusaka International Airport, Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. They received funding for Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. They even drew the specifications of Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. It was supposed to be far bigger than what they built. What happened? The money disappeared. And so they resorted to now build a far smaller inferior structure. Number, even after they built the far smaller inferior structure, nayo ine shabudira futi. Imagine, shabudira. So original money, shabudira. Baiba. Number neryo bapanga ka smaller structure na kokene shabudira. Shashota. Evo tulanda kuchwempa. Anti shashota. Shashota. Mtashikwene. Now, how can that be right? Kazungula Bridge, powerful bridge. It's Botswanans. Otherwise, now, 56 years after independence, $20 billion in debt. Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. What else have we built? Houses for police that are going at 300,000. Bakulira mayanda kashikani 300 police officers. Elo bakopa nokupela impression kwana kalimo bale kulira mayanda bakapokola. Where and yet they are paying them peanuts. Everything borrowed all that money. Now imagine if that money was invested in the very things that they were talking about, in roads, from Ndola to Lusaka. Bachitanga bapanga omusebo before tabala puisho ukulo omusebo wamboko tulaika kulioko barefu. How come? Okay, munchebeko mweba nande. Let us talk about this. How come Botswana, which is which is a desert, bali pango omusebo from Gaborone up to Kazungula, third road, Botswana. Omusebo, Botswana, third road, ukufuma ku Gaborone, ukuya ku Kazungula. Botswana baba banga 1 million. Number, what happens with Zambia? Where right after Kazungula, tapaju musebo. You go to Livingston. From Livingston to Lusaka, tapaju musebo. Nafitulaika. All the time, madetu wajonse. Mulepita mufidindi. The issue is not that Zambia does not have the resources. The issue is theft. And you need a president who is seriously going to fight corruption. Zambia's chief anti-corruption officer is not the SEC, it is the president. He sets the tone. He shows the way. He's a moral authority. That's why they say the president is head of state, a moral authority. That is what it means, moral authority of the state, a symbol of stability for a country. Not umuntu utolaika fiale tolaika apasuma taule umfana bwino bwekete atwe mwa meni pesa wekete aware ikata fie apana ale suma fie ukuchita fio to wakuchita lelo ukuchita tarechita fio to wakuchita ukuchita ko ena tarechita shani tarechita if arechita nishi kuchita fi. What is it that is going on? No, nothing. You know, bali kuisoko, bali kuma fish pond, bali kuisoko, bali isuro musebo, bali isuro this building shani, but tangible development that helps build the country tapari. Blackton Kabubi, leteria Shachan.
Yes, one. Okay.
Triumfo.
Okay, bwana. How is work otherwise?
Our work is good. Please, straight to the point.
Okay. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for the topic which you have come up with. The issue of corruption and what is going on, like the Mr. Health Minister. What I've come to realize is that there's no way the ACs can investigate someone still having power. It's very difficult. If the president is supposed to fight against corruption in our country, as for now, where you are living now, things they're bad. Because every minister is trying to do what he can.
Yeah.
They have made Zambia look like there are no people are very educated. We find that a minister has been caught, say that he's acting corruption, he has taken to police. After 2 days, 3 days, he's been acquitted without further investigation. Yeah. It's very hard.
Yeah.
The president is supposed, first of all, fire the minister so that the ACs they can operate, they can do their job. But see what is happening, and what Chitalu has been caught with a lot of money, for which even the bank, the government, supposed the time the government was being said that.
Oh, okay. I think to all of you Blackson, but Blackson Kabubi, I agree with you. Okay, the president is the chief anti-corruption officer in any country, but this president is the chief corrupt person. That's how else can you explain it? Presidential empowerment funds, corruption. AMA contracts, corruption. Roads, corruption. Everything. Kenneth Kaunda International Airport, corruption. AMA fire tenders, Tatua kariko kulanda po 1 million per fire tender. $1 million. Now imagine if they had taken that money to things that help build our economy, it would have been great. So that is the issue. Now somebody here is saying they want evidence. Chwempala is watching Choso Street. Choso Street. I lived in Choso Street for many years. Choso Street. Okay, thank you. Vardin following. Thank you. Commander-in-Chief, very important and powerful presidential function. It's true, Ernst Piri. Very important. Number, instead yakuba commander-in-chief, baba nibakondema in-chief. Kainge, we commander, wama soldier, niwebu wabakondema, waba anti-corruption commission. How can they be encouraged? So kanshikuya kukoti, because when you take the case to court, abantu kula mwagona kali mogateka is on the side of the accused. So they can't testify freely. We just accept it as the new normal. Criminal justice system is the way we accepted the ruling of the Constitutional Court. I think the criminal justice system is okay. What is needed is a president who supports the criminal justice system. Nikateka tapadi. Tapadi. Pa kona kali moni zero. Nothing. Not much. Valya nankwe, vanwa nankwe, nokuyiva kwine, veva nankwe. Valya bonse, vanwa bonse, nokuyiva kwine, veva bonse. That's what it is. A notification keeps blocking this live feed. Am I the only one experiencing this? Oh, seriously? Please let me know Sombo Mlenga Piri. Kulikuwa notification kalechta my issues. Maybe they are trying to hack it or something like that. Corruption in Zambia and Africa at large is a pandemic. It's sad. Okay, it's very sad. Number, the thing is, you see, that's the most terrible and painful thing. No roads. Okay, yeah, no roads. So we're going to we're going to keep fighting. There are some people who say that evidence. Okay, the Anti-Corruption Commission is supposed to come with evidence. Nomba, kutumwa kwata shani evidence, kateko omwine, ale michitanda mine. Kutumwa isanga kuisa evidence. Kateka, afuiroko bapa forefront, abeba ba ACC, kwa timu ba ACC, I'm with you. Bombe sheni. Neshonse presidential empowerment fund shonse shinala mipera. Nomba nikateka nshuwa kobati ififimbi alikwata mpia. To corrupt voters alikwata. To corrupt voters in nomba na mumfakulukasha na kumwansa bombwe. Kodi ama by elections. Bala tuwala kwefinto. Nolupi olwingi. Number, if he has money for those things, just moral encouragement and moral support to the Anti-Corruption Commission. That is all they need. Okay, it's very sad. So what can we do? Zambia, you have a choice next year. Now, I'm not a politician, so I'm not a politician. So you have a choice next year. Remove the Patriotic Front. They are corrupt. Overnight, they become billionaires. At business. What kind of shallow reasoning is that? At one moment, we are in business. At Makwebo, Iwe, Lusambo, Makwebo nshi. I'm a long established business people in Zambia, still struggling with making all that money. Iwe, overnight that you have 200 million that you got through business. Bright with that Facebook lawyer. Hey, I'm a Facebook lawyer. Kale Natam passed Facebook lawyer. 2009. I think today we are about 10 years or so being here as a Facebook lawyer. So we enjoy this. Okay. They only got a choice next year if Bill 10 does not go through. Yeah. That's the issue with Bill 10. Okay. We'll still want to be brainwashed into voting for him back into office come next year, even if he become a preacher online. Oh, okay. Mwandin, mwika mvotera in. Mwika mvotera. Lungu ena mwika mvotera. I'm not a politician, but what I can tell you is mwika mvotera. Because this is a gentleman who akwete shuko lesa asa mbika kwatiteka. Nomba instead ya kuteka balungu tabareteka barechite vejite fimbi all over the place. What have you done? Nothing. Economy is going down. Abantu, they are losing jobs. The youths have no hope. Nomba inonshat to do what at kuya mukuchita corrupt by youth at yo twala mipela 3,000 kwacha per person. No plan. Absolutely no plan. Na my economic managers tababa umfuira. Nomba bale umfuira banani. Bale umfuira benebeka as a Patriotic Front. That's why they've now fired the Bank of Zambia governor. Oalebeba koebera bane mwaiba teka nieni. Mwakongola teka nieni ngale. Efe alebeba Bank of Zambia governor. Teka nieni ko first. Kontololo eni kwe fintu. Benati yo mkwaitwala muchitashani. Ba muchitafaya. Batwala ko a puppet, a Patriotic Front operative. Ewa batwala ko Bank of Zambia poko bataka print mpia akale HTF balefwa yoko batbachite. Eno nomba balanda they really mean well for our country. They don't mean well for the country. Balefwa afyo kuiba. Area shiziri. Balefwa afyo kuiba. Epadiriash. And so what should we do as citizens? We must continue putting up pressure. One. Secondly, next year, Zambia has a choice. Okay? The choice is kuba fmiapo, mwikaba votera. Gabaranda tiyo, nomba nibanan mwala vika po bonse fimo feno, muka bebe atawe ngale imofumeni po, tubike po, paria bambi. Tumone na benefe baka tuchitira. That's the only thing. Ngale fumeni po, tubike po bambi, tumone efe baka tuchitira. Ngaya kutera murefu achishimba kambwiri, efe muka mweberungu atawe ngale fumapo, tubike po baka mbwiri, nabo tumone efe baka tuchitira. ngara kutira niba HH mulefu waya muka bebe balungu atawe balungu ngale fumeni po tubike po banani tubike po ba HH tumone na wefu wakatochite ngara kutira ba HH na bakambwire bakabombera pamo UPNDC kubeba balungu ati ngale balungu chitenishani fumeni po amanone mwamfu bwino yachira mwamanone since 2015 kwena omfwafi amanone owatubombere abantu ni corruption yeka ala fumapo tubike po bambi nabo bene nga twababika po nga chakutira tabakabombere echaro nabo bene tukabafumyapo tukabike po bambi. That's what we'll be doing. That's the Zambian way of life. Oyo tuwabika po afirwa tuwafumyapo twaesha konoyo pakanomba tukasange omuntu ukabombere echalo mangefe balando bati kwene chikwanka bachimwena kumampalanya na tumonako bamo abenga sungi echalo wino babombere fe chapamo feedback nde onfa kubantu teine iyo feedback nde onfa kubantu yako bati balefu aba HH na bakambwiri babombere pamo iye timu eyo nde mwana kwana kali mulimbi kuti yatulubulako kubusha bwa balungu ebe nga tulubulako kubusha bwa balungu poko bati nomba ba HH na bakambwire fibombere pamo poko bati nga baimini na next year they are unified, they are strong, and they kick out these thieves poko what we deal with our fiscal situation. Because the situation is pretty bad. If your career the situation is very, very bad. And what causes it? Kuiva. Nenkongole. No explanation. A minister wrote the Chinese government that at Tukongweshen Kotuchte built a university. Imagine, of everything in Zambia, Ababa minister, Okulembela ma Chinese, without even the minister of finance knowing. Ni minister ni kampyongo kachinga ni minister njuri ukulembela the Chinese ati seni mutu wafuirije mutu kudire university ama Chinese nabo bali changela sana. You know what they do? Of course ngamwabalomba wanu kilo bampera for ama Chinese nenkongole na very high interest rates abati sendeni nemo mwasenda umungulu mwasenda tiyo nindalama ma Chinese bamipera ninkongole bamipera. When they begin calling for that money, you have insufficient reserves in the Bank of Zambia to begin paying those debts. That is what has contributed to our deplorable fiscal situation in Zambia. It's not just COVID. It's this desire to ukukongola so that you steal. I call it kongola tuibe. You know, the president has that Challenger jet. Why you share the Challenger jet? Number Badia Kongola, more millions. Some people are saying it's about 500 million by the Kongola to have more jets for himself. In the more for luxury. Okumfobuino. Bari temwama none balungu. Kansho kubika pokateka limoa kobatari chulanga ine inchushi nande ala mwandi wafia because NRF filia konso kuli okuchulare chula ngajunga nikuchawama nga nikuchwe mpala hadi asa afisangira pakati nkanshi kufichita oversize indeke we muntu wali kwatendeke fe bwino era nina bwino no kufika yafika era kutwala konse webere no it's not enough waya kongola more money $500 million bashitendeke mwashimona shitendeke bare bombi luxury jets and helicopters for what? Kuti mwapela kwa ensambu ati yo mkwa ibashita kwendeke imopantu ishirendeke na shona ikesha bazafu kuti mwapela kwa ensambu nomboko yashite fiteke fingi $500 million bakongola. So that debt they're now calling it balefo yo kulipira balefo ipusha tareni lipireni impia taparisha kulipira. Bank of Zambia ama reserves yonse na badia na beba. There is nothing in the Bank of Zambia. So nangwa babe na bale twala ko Bank of Zambia. There is nothing in there. They've taken it all. So alternative number kula printer fyolupia. a next strategy bakwete, it's just printing money. Nomba dani kadiari ali deni kadiari ali kana atine I will not be used ukwamba okula chitafe print impia. No. That's how they fired him. Elo nomba bareta bululu wabo umozi kumawa okweba tabe Bank of Zambia governor area shititi poko bat nomba bako sererepo pali uyuwine least qualified shenda tasambirira yo SCCA masambiriro sana. It's important. What I'm saying is that he's unqualified because he's a ruling party operative. He has no central banking experience. He does not appear to be an independent person. Telemoneka kwati muntu wa shipa. Muntu wako bati nganwa. Bamubikira polwimbo. Mkwayi kushane chishane shane. That is a marker of a person's stability. Karakutira mwamunuisho obwalwa, mwamubikira polwimbo. Elo rombasha nefya kwa bati. Fya papusha abantu. Nishimwamuna ati nishi. Kuliko ka issue ka character. Nshirerando kwa bati abantu tabafuiro okushana. Iyo mkwayi, bonse tulashana. Nomba, ngana ukota. Filafine bako tele bamvunga. Ofuiro kula ibuera molimo. Tete ati pantuluwalira. Mwanama, atilwalira sana olulwimbo kanshi Bank of Zambia. Okwambo kushana ati sana split. Muchintu wingi. That is a sign ukawati taudi sana, you know, you are not tawashipa. Pantu we muntu kwena na ngulwimbo lwawa mashani. Kula shana feya vokote. Washana feya vokote. Ule, you know, amasha yaba kulu kuboko. Not uwe mukote. Niwe wo number one. Okuya wachana ka split. How can you be Bank of Zambia governor? Te lupato iyo taturendo kwa watu yumundu tuwa mpatafia. Iyo mkwai. We are asking important questions. Iya kwa watu ushe. Na mfeni mwevo. Mweva kote. Enso imo mweva kote. Na alimiko serapo sana mweva kote bananti. Mwikesha. Okushana split kanudimbi waisara kone chibi ulifeweka. Elombo washane chishane. Nishina unwa. Na okolwa lutuku. Dimbi. Naomba muchintu wingi. Because by now the Chinese, the Americans, the South Africans, all these powerful nations, they already have a profile of this gentleman. Bakalanda vyati yo mkwai panono hapo. But you are negotiating with this man panono hapo. Mr. Kavundula. Panono hapo. Just give him uwalwa. Ero no kumubikira po echilwimbo. Alashana. Nishama contracts yonse basaina. That is the thing. A seriousness yo tuliranda na constitution ine na constitution ine ya liranda po ukwebati it should be a person with proven integrity. Nombo muko toa kubateresha na ngomwa ichi ni shitapari sana proven integrity yo. No tapari. Pantu na integrity na mukushana fye utumisango because those tumisango toka Tapari abarenda tiyo mkwaya bako teta bashana. Barashana. No kunuwa mwebanuwa mulanuwa bwino. Nensansa mwakwata. But firafine na ukwata mo kuibwera mo kaja. Kaya ka self-restraint aka kuibwera mo kwa bat nangu chalo washani. Waibwera mo. Not we muntu wa ufolu imbolu walo esha. Webere hawa inapa. Wafilo no kubichita hod. Kwamba vyo kushane chishane. Musevani out. Anyway. Anyway, Aleka Mwande, this is 45 minutes. Please like our page. Elias Munsha, it's been 45 minutes. We've got to end here. Mkwai, under a very important caution. Okweba timwe, mweba kote. Mule shana bwino. Mule shana bwino. Te kutira vyati wewe mukote okuya muko. Ukushane chishane. Ati nishureshani na we mwaume. Ati ulwimbo wawamisha. No. Come on. Ati why are you dancing like that? Ati ulwimbo. This music. Luadira bwino. naka split at Bank of Zambia. No. Okay. Thank you very much. Please, when you are listening to this broadcast, you can like our page or send me stars. So apparently Facebook has this way of making me make money so that they make money by what I'm saying. Because we are content creators, so you can give us stars. Apparently you buy those stars from Facebook. Nothing for free, eh? Like I told you, there is nothing for free. Okay, so you can give me stars, you can like this page, spread this page around, let as many people like us, because do not be selfish. No. Others also need to hear. Okay, but more than that, we need as much to reach as many people as possible so that people are optimistic of a great future for our country. Zambia is good, Zambia is great, and Zambia will do better. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.